जय हिंद. सरस्वती शिशुकुंज वगवाला बोरसद, English medium, standard 5th, EVS, seeds and seeds. In previous video we started the chapter with story of Gopal, right? That you remember that when he sowed the seeds, or we can say when he sowed chana, it swelled up, right? And then after that story we learned how seed germinate, and seed require air, water, warmth and enough space to grow, right? If they will get this many things, means air, water, warmth and space, then and then that seed will germinate, right? Otherwise they will not germinate, right? According to that we learned some give reasons that seed will not germinate inside the refrigerator, right? And why farmers are leaving the space between two seeds, right? So that much thing we learned in previous video. Now today we will start our new topic. So let's learn about some interesting plants. They are called insectivorous plant, right? So these insectivorous plants, they grow in some land which is not full of nutrients, right? So this insectivorous plant, we have two example here, that is the pitcher plant and the Venus flytrap. So these are two example of insectivorous plant. These plants trap the insect and then they digest and they get nutrients from this kind of insect. That is why they are called insectivorous plant, right? Okay, now see here, first one, that is the pitcher plant, right? Pitcher means a pot like structure, right? So that pitcher plant has pot like structure. Inside that pot like structure, you are able to see here, inside that pot like structure there is a nectar, right? And it has a sweet smell, and inside the pot there is hair like structure, right? Now what happens whenever insects are flying around that pitcher plant, right? They will get that smell and they will get attracted towards this plant. When they will enter inside the pot or inside the pitcher, and when they will touch that hair like structure, it get disturbed, right? And there is a leaf over that pot or pitcher, that leaf will get closed. Now that insect is trapped inside the pitcher. They are not able to get out from the pitcher or a pot. So this is how this pitcher plant hunt the insects, right? Now our second example, that is Venus flytrap, right? Now Venus flytrap has flap. Flap means like this, two leaves like structure which are open, right? And when insect will sit inside, you are able to see here, right? There are two flaps. When insect will sit inside, that flap will get closed and that insect is trapped inside the flap. That flap will digest, or so you can say that plant will digest that insect and it will reopen again. This is how this Venus flytrap trap the insect and hunt them, right? I hope you understand this. So see here, definition of seed dispersal. The movement of seed away from the mother plant is known as seed dispersal, right? Movement, right? Or we can say that seeds are carried. The seeds are carried away from the parent plant or mother plant is known as seed dispersal, right? Now before going in detail about seed dispersal, why this seed dispersal is important? Why this seed dispersal is important? Means why it is necessary that seed need to go away from the mother plant. So look, if all seeds will fall near the mother plant or near the parent plant, all seed will not get enough water, warmth, air and space to grow. As I told you that farmers leave space between the seeds. Same thing, if all seeds will fall near the mother plant, they will also not get this many things. And when seed will germinate, when it get water, warmth, air and space, then and then seed will germinate. So to get these things, they need to move away from the parent plant, or we can say mother plant. That is why it is important that seed need to disperse, right? Now what helps in seed dispersal? What helps in seed dispersal? There are many agents, right, that helps in seed dispersal, even human also. So let's talk about that seed dispersal. Wind, water, animals including human beings, right, and explosion. These are the things that help that seed to move away from the mother plant. So that is your seed dispersal. Important definition, remember it, right? Let's move in seed dispersal. So here, how do seed disperse? Means what help the seeds to disperse? Now see here, Some seeds have special structure, as we learned that different seeds have different size, shape, right? So that size and shape help those seeds to disperse. Look, this structure helps seeds to travel away from the mother plant. Like few seeds have hooks, few seeds have spines on them, right? Few seeds are light in weight, few seeds are hollow from inside. So this different structure help those seeds to travel away from the mother plant, right? I hope you understand. Let's understand the first one, that how animals help in seed dispersal. See here. So dispersal by animal seeds which have spines and hook, those kind of seeds will stick with the animal's fur which is present on the animal's body, right? Fur or sometimes feather of the bird, right? And then they will travel with that bird or animal and they can reach to the faraway places. This is how this seeds which have spines and hook will travel, or they can disperse by animal. Sometimes animals like squirrel and mice, they eat fruits with seeds, right? They will eat fruits with seeds, and those seeds they will leave as a waste of their body. So that kind of seeds will also travel further with the animals like squirrel and mice. Sometimes human beings also, if you know, we are also eating fruits and vegetables, right? And we also throw it out, right? We also throw those seeds which is present in the fruits out. So we also help in seed dispersal. This is how animals help in seed dispersal. So here we have two examples of those seeds which have spines and hooks, that is Xanthium seeds and devil's claw. These two kind of seeds that you are able to see, right? That Xanthium seeds have spines on them, right? You are able to see here, and devil's claws have hooks, right? On the that devil's claw you are able to see there is a hook on the seed, right? So this kind of structure, there is a different seeds having different structure. So let's move on here. Some seeds which disperse by wind. See here, which kind of seeds will disperse by wind? So seeds which are light like parachute. Light like parachute means they are light in weight, right? They are light in weight, they are not heavy. Those seeds will disperse by wind, right? Here you can see Indian alm, right? And even milkweed seeds. They both seeds will travel away from the mother plant or parent plant with the help of wind, right? When wind will blow, this lightweight seeds will flow away with the wind and in that wind's direction, and then they will get some place to grow, proper water, warmth and air, so they will germinate and they will again produce a new plant, right? So let's start exercise based on today's topic. First question, give two examples, right? First one, insectivorous plant. So we have to write two examples of insectivorous plant, as we all know. First one, the pitcher plant and Venus flytrap. Let's see here. Let's see second one, seed dispersed by wind. Seeds which get dispersed by wind. That is first one, milkweed seed and Indian alm seed, right? Let's write it. Okay. Now see third one, seed dispersed by animals. So seeds which have hooks and spines. So there are two examples we all know. That the first one is Xanthium seeds and second one is devil's claw. So let's write it. Right? So insectivorous plants, 2 the pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, seeds dispersed by wind, 2 milkweed seeds and Indian alm seeds, seed dispersed by animal. There are also two examples, Xanthium seeds and devil's claw. Now let's see true and false. First one, potato is insectivorous plant. Is it true? No, right? There is no example of potato inside insectivorous plant. So it is false. We'll write false. Let's see second one. When a seed germinate, the radical grow first. When seed will germinate, radical means primary root. So primary root will grow first, right? So we'll write true here. Third one, seed dispersal is beneficial for seedling. Seed dispersal is beneficial for seedling. As we understand that when all seed will fall near mother plant, then seeds or seedling will not get enough water, air, warmth and space to grow. But when it will disperse, right, it will travel away, so it will get these all things and they will get germinate properly, right? So yes, this seed dispersal is beneficial. So we'll write true here. Right? Just take a look of these all answers. So let's move on. Give reasons. According to today's topic, we have one give reason. See here. Some plants trap and eat insect. Some plants, like we know two examples, right? That is pitcher plant and Venus flytrap. So this kind of plants trap and eat insects. So why they do this, right? Let's see answer. Answer is some plants trap and eat insects because they grow in soil that is poor in nutrients, right? When I was explaining those insectivorous plants, at that time I told you that this kind of plants grow in a land which is which do not have those nutrients which is required, right, by the plant. So that is why to get those nutrients, this plant behave in a such a way that they need to trap that insects and they need to digest them, and they can get these nutrients from the insects, right? Let's see question answers now. First question, define dispersal, list the agents, right? We have to write agents of dispersal, definition and list the agents of dispersal. So let's see answer. Answer is the movement of seed away from the mother plant is known as seed dispersal, right? I told you that when seed travel away, or we can say when it move away from the parent plant or mother plant, that is known as seed dispersal, or in simple way we can say seed spread. Seed get spread, right? So that is seed dispersal. Now agents of seed dispersal are wind, water, animals and explosion, right? Wind, water, animals and explosion. Now see here, second number, how does a pitcher plant trap insects? How does a pitcher plant trap insects? So let's see answer. Answer is the pitcher plant has a special smell that attracts insect to it, right? I told you that pitcher plant has nectar and it has special smell. So whatever insects are moving around that pitcher plant get attract towards that pitcher plant. When the insect lands on the mouth of the plant, means that is a pot like structure, right? So that openings, it is mentioned here as mouth. So when it will land inside that pot, inside that mouth of a pitcher, right, what will happen? It get trapped inside. It get trapped inside and cannot go out because that leaf which is present on the pot get closed. So this is how this your pitcher plant trap the insect, right? Take a look of answers. So I hope you understand all the topics which is discussed in this video, right? Please do your worksheet carefully, write answers from the video, right? Thank you.